Hello and welcome. My name is Bill Amaralt. I'm a career coach with Career Advancement Systems. My colleague Henry Lesher and I have helped thousands of people find the next great place in their career in record time. We use our guidebook called Finding God's Purpose for Your Career to help you navigate your way through very difficult job search times that we're experiencing right now. We focus on four things. Number one, what are you good at? Number two, what do you enjoy? Number three, what can you get paid for? Paid for handsomely, I might add. And number four, what does the world need? How can we manifest those things for you? Because my personal belief is we've all been put here for a variety of reasons, and it's up to us to figure out those reasons career-wise and manifest them in the best way that we can. Where are you right now in your career? Are you in transition because you were unfulfilled with your prior position? You just didn't like it anymore? You wanted to do something else? Or you've been part of the economic downturn that we've all experienced. You've been downsized, right-sized, reorg, rift, either let go or fired, all of which I've experienced at one place or another. What I can tell you is that using our guidebook and our interactions, we can get you to the place where you want to be quickly. So what I'm going to do in the next few minutes is take you through what does it take to be successful in a job search, and how can we help you get there. We go through a four-phase process. The first is this: what's your objective? What's your destination? How are you trying to get there? If we can't figure out exactly what you're trying to do, it's going to be difficult for us to get you there. You can get a boat to Portugal, or you can get a boat that floats out in the Atlantic. We want you to get to the right destination as soon as possible. So the first phase of job search that everybody knows about is what's your value proposition and how well are you communicating it? Does your resume say clear, compelling, and concise so that somebody who looks at it in 6 to 10 seconds would say, I need to speak to this person? Is your LinkedIn profile filled with all the right keywords and the phrases that are going to get you through search engines that are put out there by recruiters and hiring managers? A lot of people whose resumes that I see focus on three things that nobody cares about: duties, responsibilities, and activities. What they really care about are these: accomplishments, value, and impact. And we will bring that to the surface. In my 25 years in marketing, advertising, and public relations, I wrote positioning statements and other kinds of things for probably about 200 products or services. In the end, I'm doing the same thing for you as your personal ad agency. How do we best represent you in the marketplace? Phase two is outreach. Are you getting your credentials out in front of as many of the right people as possible? That includes hiring managers, recruiters, industry groups, other organizations that are related to the industry, could be nonprofits, networking groups as well. Do they know who you are, and do they respect you, and can they look online and say, yeah, this is a person who is a thought leader in this particular industry? Networking is incredibly important, but if you don't have phase one done properly, it's like going into the forest to chop trees with a dull axe. You'll eventually be able to chop one down, but you could do it a lot more effectively and efficiently if you have a really sharp axe or a chainsaw. As far as networking goes, I'll give you an example. A guy I play basketball with named Jeff, a couple of years ago, got a call from a former colleague. Jeff, let's get together for a drink before the holidays. They did. At the end of the conversation, Jeff's friend said this: you know, the real reason I called you here is that I interviewed with a company who's about 15 minutes from where you live, and I didn't take the position because during the interview process I got a promotion. But the first person I thought about, Jeff, is you. And Jeff, who had been commuting an hour and a half one way to Manhattan for 20 years, looked at him and said, why are you talking to me about it? Because Jeff was the first person that his friend decided to talk to. Jeff went in, interviewed, and 3 weeks later he was in the vice president's chair. Now, is that an exaggerated example of a proper network and how to use a contact in the right way? Maybe. But I guarantee that everybody listening to this has former colleagues, clients, vendors, bosses, associates, volunteer group people that know you, know what you can do. Take advantage of them and give them with the right tools and the right information so that they can help you. And we go through very great detail how to make that work. Phase three is interviewing and negotiating. Most people think they're good interviewers, but frankly, they're not. They dance around the answers to a lot of very relevant questions and don't present themselves in a way that is meaningful and compelling for the person on the other side of the desk. I go through these questions many, many times with my clients. The first one is this: tell me about yourself. What does that mean? Most people go round in circles and talk about their elevator pitch, or they can talk about their background and this and this and this. That isn't going to get to the point in terms of what the interviewer is really interested in. So the way I ask people to respond to that question, particularly if they have a significant number of years of experience, is this. There are a lot of aspects of my background that could be relevant for this position. Which ones are the most important for us to discuss now to solve the issue that you're facing? Put it back in their court. Let them know that you're really interested in helping, but you need to understand what the key aspects of that job are all about. And then when they tell you, what do? Well, you go back to phase one. You use all the examples of the accomplishment, the impact, and the value that you've provided for other employers or clients through the years. So I could go into a lot more detail about interviewing and everything else and related to job search, but for the purposes of this conversation, what I want you to do is reach out to us. Find out what it is that we can do to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. If you're a six-figure earner, you're worth $2,000 a week, $400 a day. Let us work with you so that we can shorten that opportunity cost as much as possible. We'll also talk about things like attitude, resilience, dealing with ageism, maybe a plan B, and then get you to a circumstance where you can say, yes, I'm doing this in the right way. So reach out to me at 908-380-0777, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn at Bill Amirault. That's BILLAMIRAULT. I'm in there as the only career coach. And I really look forward to speaking with you and following up with you in terms of getting you to where you want to be quickly. Thanks and have a great day.